And so why I left Royal Enfield, or rather why I left the authorized service center of Royal Enfield. So this is the exact setup from where I started my YouTube journey. This is the bike, I'm still having it, the classic 350 BS6 fuel injected model. And so lots of memories with this bike. So making this video after a long time, after I covered around 40 plus K kilometers. So I can come to a conclusion of this bike because I rode it for quite few thousand kilometers, I can say. I have like serviced it many a times. I changed the engine oil after like every interval of 2,000-3,000 kilometers. So let's start with the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to this GoPro setup again. So feels good to be back in this motovlogging setup because I do not motovlog much nowadays. I go on drives and show you guys modification videos or travel vlogs. So feels good to be back, but a little sad too because you guys will be knowing that in the next video soon. So what is the case now? Now let's come to the main points why I left the authorized service center. So the main point was the engine oil from Royal Enfield, the original mobile that comes from Royal Enfield, the liquid gun 15W50, which is used in these 350cc bikes. That wasn't absolutely good. It was like I won't say it wasn't even mediocre. It was real bad. And like firstly though, when the bike was absolutely new, the first 10,000 kilometers I used to take service from the Royal Enfield itself. So I used that oil, but the oil didn't last much. Like it used to last what happened here? I think the Toto got stuck. So the engine oil didn't last over 1000 to 1500 kilometers. So it was kind of hectic to go to the service center every time because I used to daily ride this bike and cover many kilometers. So at the interval of like 1 month to 1.5 months, I used to visit Royal Enfield every time. So that's why that was one reason. And now you guys going to see that when I switched to aftermarket service, I could experiment with so many engine oils. I used many oils, like 4 to 5 different brands, and I can suggest you guys one for your, if you are owning one 350cc. So first see this guys, how many engine oil I used, I changed, then I'll suggest you guys one from my side. এই উড়তের বা কোনো কোম্পানির ইঞ্জিন প্লাস আমি উড়তে রেকমেন্ড করছি কারণ এটা হয়তো 210 টাকা এমআরপি, আপনার ডিসকাউন্ট দিতে 100 সামথিং পড়ে যাবে, বা আপনারা অনলাইনে চেক করতে পারেন অ্যামাজন বা ফ্লিপকার্ট। এটা ইঞ্জিন প্লাস, এটা আপনার ইঞ্জিন লাইফ অনেকটা বাড়িয়ে দেবে যদি আপনি ঠিক করে মেনটেন করেন। তো আমরা ইঞ্জিন অয়েল ঢালছি, এটা রেপসল 15W50, এটা সেমি সিনথেটিক আছে। এই রেপসল সেমি সিনথেটিকের সাথে এখানে উডের ইঞ্জিন অয়েল অ্যাডিটিভও আমরা ঢালছি। এটা দুটো বটল যাবে ভেতরে। আমার এয়ার ফিল্টারটা পরিষ্কার ছিল, তাও একটু ক্লিন করে দিচ্ছে হাওয়া দিয়ে। আরেকটা জিনিস দেখিয়ে দিই, যেটা এখানে ফুল সিনথেটিক ইঞ্জিন অয়েল লেখা 15W50, কিন্তু এটা কিন্তু অ্যাকচুয়ালি ফুল সিনথেটিক না, এটা সেমি সিনথেটিক। এটা ওদের অনেক ইঞ্জিন অয়েলেই গো মেকানিক লিখছে, কেন আমি জানি না ঠিক ব্যাপারটা। এটা অ্যামাজনের রিভিউতে বা ফ্লিপকার্টেও দেখেছিলাম যে ওরা লিখছে ফুল সিনথেটিক, কিন্তু তেলটা আছে সেমি সিনথেটিক। কারণ এই প্রাইসে ফুল সিনথেটিক আসে না, এরা যথেষ্ট চিপ প্রাইসে দিয়েছে সেমি সিনথেটিক, মানে 650, উইদিন 650। গাড়িতে এদের উপরে কিছু হয় ভাড়া বুলেটের উপরে। ভাই আয় না না আর খাই না সমস্যা আছে না এখানে এই নতুন যে প্রোডাক্টটা আসছে এটা হলো রোলনের ব্র্যান্ডের আসছে এটা পারফরমেন্স যেমন যেটা ব্রাসের নর্মালিটি হচ্ছে বাট অ্যাজ রেকমেন্ডেড এটা স্টকে রয়্যাল এনফিল্ডের থেকে অনেকটা বেটার সো আমি অয়েল চেঞ্জও করিয়ে নিচ্ছি এইবার এটা ট্রাই করবো পেট্রোনাস স্প্রিন্টটা F700 15W50 সেমি সিনথেটিকই হয় 2.5 লিটারের বটল আসে একবারে তো চেঞ্জ প্রফিটটা লেগেছে এটা অ্যাডজাস্ট হবে দিয়ে
ঢাল ঢাল এতে ঢেলে দে তাড়াতাড়ি
So using this one this time. This is a Motul 3100 15W50 semi-synthetic. Let's see the performance. তো বাইকটাকে আবার একদম এই চকচকে অবস্থায় দেখতে পাচ্ছি অনেকদিন পর একদম ক্লিন হয়ে গেছে কেমন লাগছে দাদা
এবার রিল্যাক্স
দশ মিনিট হয়েছে
না 5 মিনিট হয়েছে
5 মিনিট আর 5 মিনিট হলে তাহলে আমরা অয়েলটা ট্রেন করবো
এই ওনাকে বল
কি গাইস তো অনেকদিন পর ইঞ্জিন অয়েল চেঞ্জ করছি তো এই ফ্লাস্কটা ইউজ করে দেখছি কীরকম একটা দুটো বোতল মতন ইউজ করছি দেখা যাক এটার পারফরমেন্স কেমন থাকে এটার পারফরমেন্স কিছুই না আমার ইঞ্জিনটা ঠিকঠাক করে ক্লিন হয় কিনা কারণ অনেকদিন পর ফ্লাশ করা হচ্ছে ইঞ্জিনটা অনেকদিন পর ইঞ্জিন অয়েল চেঞ্জ করা হচ্ছে তো দেখা যাক আর ইঞ্জিন অয়েল যেটা ইউজ করা হচ্ছে সেটা হলো শেল অ্যাডভান্স 1550 এটা 2.5 লিটারের এটা সেমি সিনথেটিক 1550 সব সেমি সিনথেটিকই আসে আর আমাকে অর্ডার করে হেল্প করেছে এখানে এই কাউন্টলেস ফটো আছে
না
দেখা যাক এটার পারফরমেন্স কেমন থাকে যাই হোক এই পুরো সিরিজটা করতে গিয়ে এটা হয়তো আমার লাস্ট অয়েল হতে চলেছে পুরো সিরিজটা করতে গিয়ে আমার বেশ কিছু সময় লেগে গেছে তো সবাই জানাবেন পুরো সিরিজটা দেখে যে সবকটা ভিডিও দেখুন আর আমাকেও জানাবেন যে কেমন লাগলো So you guys saw how many engine oils I used, how many brands I used. So there were many brands which I couldn't shoot or it wasn't possible for me that time. So after experimenting with every brand 1 or 2 times, I can say if your budget fits, I think it costs more like 200 to 300 rupees from the normal engine oils, the other brands like Liquid Gun and everything. So the brand will be, I'll recommend is Petronas. Go for it. You guys will see a drastical change in your performance and everything in the vibration. Engine oil portion is over. Now let's come to the second point. So the second point is in the service center what I saw is what I experienced. A few of the guys were very humble. They were really helpful, but the service people who used to service our bikes were very rude. I'll share a short story of mine. Like I went with a major problem. My rear wheel was locked, so I went there. So they quoted me a price. I went for it because I had to repair my bike. So it was a bit costly. I'll come to that later on. But the story is like the guy who was servicing my bike, or rather repairing it, I told him that when you are opening the wheel, can you just please rub my disc in the rubbing paper or just polish my brake pads. So he clearly told me that no, I can't because it is not written in the job sheet. Guys, these are minor things. It takes 5 to 10 seconds to rub one brake pad. So I don't think it was supposed to be so much rude. He could have done that. So that I felt that very bad. Now the next point is the original spare parts or servicing from the showroom or service center itself. It used to the labor charge was like much higher. When you get your bike serviced from Royal Enfield, it costs you much higher than the aftermarket. And in aftermarket, what I have seen is you can stand in front of your bike and notice every problem and tell it to the guy, and you can complain about every little thing. But in the showroom, it is not possible, because they don't, at least in my service center, they they never allowed me. Indicator कहाँ है? They never allowed me to go in front of my bike and see whatever the work is going on. So I never could see. So after the work was done, I used to pay the bill, and if I ever like, and now the problem was, when I used to get it repaired, I used to pay the bill in the service center, and if after that I used to notice any problem that is still there in the bike, when I used to say, they were like, come up with this next time when you come, remind us of this, we will take care of it. Now the thing is, you are going there for a problem, you are not getting it repaired, and they are asking you to come up the next time. So who is going to take responsibility if anything happens within that time period? So that, I didn't like that thing. Now another point, the few things from the company, the OEM parts weren't good. Like one thing that is very important, the chain sprocket which used to come original from the brand, that wasn't at all good. I like rode the bike for 5,000 to 6,000 kilometers. It was completely dead, completely. So what I had to do is like switch to a different aftermarket brand. Many people suggested me to go for that brand. I went for Roll-On. You guys know that brand very well. That is a very good, well-known brand. And after using the Roll-On, I felt much difference, and that is a very good brand. I am still using it now. This has covered around 40,000 kilometers and still running fine. No such problems. So much traffic, man. And the next thing is, I used to feel one problem with the engine oil, the original liquid gun, that it heats up very much. Like when I went for the aftermarket brands. সো গাইজ, সকাল থেকে বিকেল হয়ে গেল, বাট আমার রয়্যাল এনফিল্ডের সার্ভিস সেন্টারের ব্যাপারে কমপ্লেন বলা শেষ হলো না। আগেন আই এম গেটিং অন কল, থাক পরে তুলবো। হেভি ট্রাফিক এরিয়া। সো আর লাস্ট কিছু পয়েন্টস বলে এই ভিডিওটা শেষ করা যাক। তো দেখুন রাস্তার কন্ডিশন কিছু এরকম। Can't see anything with the tinted visor. So the last few points which I wanna share with you guys are that you guys know that this is an air cooled engine, means it gets cooled down from the air which gets so when I used to use the original Royal Enfield liquid gun engine oil, it used to heat up a lot, and when I switched to the aftermarket brands, it was much better. So I always tried to stick into the aftermarket engine oils, whatever the brand is, but it was, any brand is much better than the original oil. So that is another point. I wanna share another short story. So another day I went to the service center for my regular service. So they took my bike and I was waiting in the lounge area, and during that period of time I had my eye on my bike. So what I saw is they took my bike into the washing bay. They washed my bike, and the guy who was in charge of my bike came to me and said that my service is completed. So I asked him and told him that I saw in my eyes that my bike only got a wash. Then he went to the service guy and asked everything, and then came up to me and apologized. But the case is, if I didn't see it in the proper time, I wouldn't know that my bike wasn't serviced and I would have paid the whole bill. So these are the points. Arey yaar. And whenever I use the aftermarket OEM replacement parts, like for example the brake parts or anything of such kind, it was much better than the original quality from the brand Royal Enfield. Chain sprocket set, whole set of roll-on is much better. So these are the few points, and whenever I service my bike from the aftermarket like service centers, I was much more satisfied than the authorized service center. So these are the points which made me shift to the aftermarket services than the authorized service center. And thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you are still watching this, I hope this video was helpful to you all. So if you guys learned something from the video, please do give a thumbs up and share it if you think this would be informative to others also. And maybe the last few videos with this bike in my channel, so we'll miss this and hope this will go to any other nice hands, to someone who will take care of it. So thank you, see you all in the next video.